101 Ways to Hypnotize Anyone by Steve G. Jones. Module 1. Hi, I'm Steve G. Jones, clinical hypnotherapist, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself before we get started. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology from the University of Florida, a master's degree in education from Armstrong Atlantic State University, and a doctorate in education from Georgia Southern University. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, a member of both the American Board of Hypnotherapy and the National Guild of Hypnotists, and I'm president of the American Alliance of Hypnotists. I'm the director of the Steve G. Jones School of Clinical Hypnotherapy. I also serve on the board of directors of the American Lung Association in Los Angeles. I have over 2 decades of experience in hypnotherapy, and I still maintain a busy practice and teaching schedule because I see clients and teach classes worldwide. My client base consists mainly of people who want to lose weight, stop smoking, or gain confidence. Other clients include sales teams interested in boosting motivation and increasing income, also singles looking for love, insomniacs desiring proper sleep, and actors desiring more confidence for their next audition. When I travel to see clients and teach hypnotherapy certification classes around the world, I visit such places as Tokyo, Japan, Barcelona, Spain, Paris, France, London, England, Montreal, Canada, Los Angeles, California, and New York, just to name a few. By the way, since you have an interest in hypnosis, perhaps you would be interested in becoming a certified clinical hypnotherapist. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is go to my website, betterlivingwithhypnosis.com, and click on Hypnosis Classes at the top. You can either train in person or online. After your training, you'll be added to our worldwide directory of certified clinical hypnotherapists, and you'll receive a certificate. I was fortunate for many years to have my office in Beverly Hills, California, where I worked with such wonderful people as Tom Mankiewicz, the writer of Superman, Geraldine Saunders, the writer of The Love Boat, and many other celebrities. I have been interviewed on CNN, Fox News, and appeared on True TV, in addition to having my own hypnosis TV show. With my over 20 years of experience, I'm happy to share with you techniques that I've both developed and learned, which can help you improve your life. I encourage you to visit my website, betterlivingwithhypnosis.com. There you will find my life's work, 22 books on hypnotherapy, over 3,000 hypnosis recordings available as downloadable MP3s or CDs, and these recordings will program your mind to achieve goals in such areas as weight loss, motivation, and stopping smoking. I also have audiobooks, such as this one, where I'm talking with you and sharing with you in a very dynamic way techniques that you can use to improve your life and the way you do things. The reason I'm telling you all of this is not to impress you, but to impress upon you that I, your teacher, am very capable, and I know what I'm talking about. I'm also very happy for the opportunity to share this information with you, so rest assured that you're in good hands, and let's have some fun as we now expand your knowledge. I wish you well in all of your endeavors, and please be sure to visit my website, betterlivingwithhypnosis.com. Welcome to the 101 Ways to Hypnotize Anyone. In these modules, I'm going to teach you 101 ways that you can use to literally hypnotize anyone. So get ready to take notes, get ready to learn, and get ready to have some fun. Number 1. First, understand the nature of hypnosis and self-hypnosis. Hypnosis is a natural state characterized by a heightened state of awareness. Hypnotized individuals can either be awake or asleep depending on the type of induction used by the hypnotist. Hypnosis is consensual. That means no one can be forced to follow what the hypnotist is saying. 99% of the things that you see on TV and in the movies about hypnosis is actually not real. I remember seeing a movie called Curse of the Jade Scorpion by Woody Allen. Great movie, wonderful director. Woody Allen is one of my favorite directors because he's just great at directing quirky movies. However, he really missed the mark on purpose in this movie. He did it just to be funny, but unfortunately, sometimes what's funny on TV and in the movies gets translated into what people believe about something when they don't know any better. In the movie, Woody Allen plays a character who is manipulated by hypnosis. Every time he hears the word Madagascar on the phone, he instantly has to either rob his neighbor or rob a bank. He's been programmed ahead of time to do this. Now, this isn't actually real. This isn't what happens. People are not that programmable. They're not going to just drop everything that they do and violate their morals and carry out a complex series of commands without knowing what's going on. And I really don't think that Woody Allen expected most of the viewers to think that. However, when there's a lack of information about a topic, as is the case with hypnosis, unfortunately, sometimes people believe any information that's given, even something that's ridiculous. So realize that usually when you see hypnosis on TV or in movies, unless it's done by a professional, it's usually not real. It's usually just sensationalized in order to get a laugh or get people watching. True hypnosis is powerful because it can be used to help others and to help you. Hypnosis can be used any time of day with little or no special implementations. You don't need to be a professional hypnotist to use hypnosis to improve yourself. Number 2, define your goals as a hypnotist. People around the world go into hypnosis for different reasons. Reasons can sometimes be tied to making a profit from doing hypnosis. Other people just like the idea of being able to induce trances whenever they can to achieve specific needs, such as helping someone to stop smoking or to lose weight, for example. Regardless of your own reasons for going into hypnosis, you have to be honest with yourself so you will know which direction to go. Now realize there are almost no limitations when it comes to hypnosis. It's been around for a very long time, and there's been a lot of progress in this discipline since it started over 150 years ago. And that's just modern hypnosis. There is evidence that the ancient Egyptians were using hypnosis long before that. I want you to set goals for yourself and identify the steps that you will need to take to achieve your goals. Rather than getting big goals in the beginning, set baby goals, as I call them. Take baby steps. These are easier to accomplish. Speaking of movies, I remember the movie What About Bob, which is a great movie, very funny. It's about a psychiatrist who gets a patient, Bill Murray, who becomes overly attached. And although the movie has a lot of twists and turns and it's primarily for humor, the psychiatrist in the movie, a fictional character, had written a book, and I believe it was called Baby Steps. And it was about the concept of taking baby steps, little steps toward a goal. And I thought, although this is a funny movie and designed to just make people laugh, what a great concept. And what a great book that should be written, Baby Steps. Because really, when you think about it, baby steps are what get you there. If you want to build a huge building, you need to do what we call in neurolinguistic programming, chunking down. You need to chunk it down to sizable, manageable steps. Think about this. If you want to build a building, you can have just one step, which is build a building. But that's not really going to help anyone because it doesn't explain what the individual jobs are and the little goals along the way. There are thousands of goals along the way when you build a building. Well, just like when you want to lose weight, there can be goals along the way. Getting up, exercising, eating right, etc. So realize the power of baby steps. Number 3, power your goals with visualization. I want you to write down your goals as a hypnotist. In other words, why do you want to learn hypnosis? Limit yourself to 7 important goals in the beginning. This way you'll avoid drowning in your own list of goals and you won't become disillusioned as you attempt to strike off items from your list of goals. Choose your top 3 goals from your list. Then, choose your top 3 goals from your list of 7 and set a deadline for these goals. Next, write down action steps for each of the top 3 goals. Then, on a daily basis, visualize yourself accomplishing all of the specific action steps needed to accomplish the top 3 goals. When you have finally accomplished each of the top 3 goals, do the same for the remaining goals. Number 4, prepare for different hypnotic situations. There are various ways of using hypnosis to achieve a particular goal. If you want the benefits of hypnosis for yourself, it would be best to use hypnosis recordings and visualization exercises so you can reap the benefits even if you are just resting at home. If you want to hypnotize another person or a whole group of people, you need to learn induction techniques and pacing and leading, etc. You also need to learn about the various ways that you can induce a trance in a person even if you are just sitting with them in a living room. And by the way, the website Hypnosis Certified can help you learn any of these advanced techniques that you may want to learn. But for now, just sit tight because I think you're going to learn a tremendous amount of information in this program. We're only on way number 4, and there are 101 ways in this program. Here's number 5. Learn to communicate more with the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind represents about 90% of the total capacity of the human mind. The logical and rational center that we're all familiar with represents just 10%. Believe it or not, the subconscious mind is really the boss that drives the conscious mind. The subconscious mind may be routinely suppressed by the conscious mind, but it doesn't mean it's in any way inferior. In fact, the subconscious mind is so strong it has to be regulated in some manner. Otherwise, all of our primary and instinctive drives would be let loose upon the world. The subconscious mind has the power to command the conscious mind. Therefore, if we're able to command a person's subconscious mind to believe something or to do something, we would have a better chance of succeeding compared to just attempting to appeal to their conscious mind, which is often more inflexible and defensive. Number 6. Focus on creating internal representations that are easier to accept. We all know that the subconscious mind is capable of commanding the conscious mind, but that doesn't mean that it's extremely pliable and will allow just anyone to give any kind of input or command. If the subconscious mind didn't have a way of verifying input, at least to some degree, people would most likely face mortal dangers every day. The subconscious mind uses a critical process to cross-reference input from different senses. If a person hears or sees something that isn't approved by the subconscious mind's critical process, it will be rejected. The rejection will be expressed immediately by the conscious mind. If you want to quickly induce a hypnotic trance, the words that you speak must be easily verifiable so that the subconscious mind will have no reason to disagree with what you are saying in the first place. Number 7. Everything you say must be expressed as fact or irrevocable truth. In a clinical setting, people are willing to give their trust to the hypnotherapist because they want to benefit from the therapy. However, the same cannot really be said when you're talking to different people in day-to-day situations. When a person feels that another person is trying to influence them into doing something, well, mental defenses go up immediately. This is a natural reaction. To become a truly effective hypnotist, you need to have the confidence to express everything as truth or fact. It doesn't matter if what you're saying isn't really hard fact. Your voice, your attitude, and your body language need to communicate that you should be trusted and that it's okay to agree with everything that you say. And you may wonder, well, why would I say anything unless it's fact? Well, think about it. If you are programming someone to believe that they have lost the amount of weight that they no longer want or need, and you're doing that for their own good because the subconscious mind hears that and then turns it into fact, but you're looking at them and you realize that they haven't lost any weight yet, then you realize that you must state something confidently as factual in order for it to work. Many times in hypnosis, it's more beneficial to state something as if it's already happened. You're already wealthy, you're already thin, you're already confident, you're already motivated, even when they're not. This is for their own benefit. And when you do self-hypnosis, you want to state it positively as well, even if it's not factual yet. But you need to become confident with stating things as fact, even if they're not fact yet. So your public projection must be one of pure confidence and credibility. People must trust you even before you have spoken. This is part of the whole process of exerting influence over another person, and this helps speed up the process when inducing a hypnotic trance with someone. Number 8. Drive home new truths through repetition. You can have hypnotic influence over a person through the use of repetition. The mind can reject new things on the basis that it's difficult to find an existing memory or internal representation that can validate the input. But over time, the subconscious mind, aided by the conscious mind, can create new truths if it receives new input repeatedly over time. So repetition allows you to drive home new truths to resistant individuals. However, this approach will only work if you have the time and you exert the effort to constantly reinforce a particular attitude or belief. Otherwise, the hypnotic subject may not respond to the idea over the long term. Number 9. Prepare the subject for hypnosis. If you are not performing the hypnosis covertly, meaning without someone knowing it, it would be a good idea to prepare the subject for the actual process. Before the actual hypnotic process, talk to the subject about hypnosis and what their beliefs are. Attempt to uncover negative beliefs about hypnosis. It would also be beneficial if you can uncover any hidden objections. You can easily draw out hidden objections by asking questions. A great question would obviously be, do you have any hidden objections? And if they say yes, well, what are they? It's a very straightforward process. So if they share with you some common myths about hypnosis, I want you to dispel these false stories with plain fact. The more straightforward you are with what hypnosis is, the better the results. Number 10, induce hypnosis with progressive relaxation. One of the most popular ways of inducing a hypnotic trance, and the way I prefer to use on 90% of my clients, is progressive relaxation. So progressive relaxation can be used on yourself and other people. This technique involves suggesting that the subject's body and mind are experiencing a gradual state of rest or sleep. Induction is fast because the process involved is very familiar, just resting and relaxing. And people are usually not anxious or nervous about going under when they're just being told to rest or relax. So just tell them they're going to relax from head to toe, as if they're receiving a mental massage, relaxing the top of their head all the way down to the soles of their feet. And you mention each part as you go, relaxing your shoulders now, your arms, your fingertips, your torso, etc. You do it a little bit more slowly than that, but the entire process